Okay, going with the discussion on Fayol's principles of management, I now take the next principle. This is the 10th principle of Fayol. Sorry. And the principle is order. Now, here, don't confuse the name of the principle with the meaning of order. Okay. Order generally means to command, isn't it? But in relation to management and in relation to the principle given by Fayol, okay, according to Fayol, the principle order means orderly arrangement of men and material. That is, Fayol wants that in a organization, okay, there has to be a fixed place assigned for anything which is material and also for everyone in the organization, that is the people who are working in the organization. So there has to be a fixed place for everything and everyone in the organization. Okay, if it is relating to things, then that will be called as material order, and if it is relating to people, there will be social order. Like there may be a warehouse for keeping the finished goods, or there may be a room for all the tools that will be used during production, or there may be a proper production area where the machines, all the machines and technical things will be in place. Likewise, different people who are working at various positions or at various levels of management will have their own workplace or their own cabin or their own office in their department. Okay, so that is social order, or the order of men. Okay. So there should be a fixed place or a fixed seat for a person, like a peon or an office staff, where he has to be seated, where we can like find him, will be assigned if order is followed in the management. Then if somebody wants to meet the managing director, then he will have his own room, or he will have his own cabin. So that cabin will designate his position in his location in the building of the management. So it will be easy to locate the person or the men in the organization. Okay. And suppose a workman has to want some equipments for doing his production work. If he needs some tools, then he has to know exactly where he will be finding the various tools. So if there is a specific room or specific place where the tools are kept, or maybe there may be some a locker room kind of place where the tools are kept, then he will know to approach to that place in order to get the tools which he wants for his work. Okay. So when order is followed in an organization, it will be saving a lot of time and energy. Okay, there will be no wastage of time and energy once the principle of order is followed. Okay. Like if a worker is in need of tool, he has to know from where or which box he will find the tool. Okay, he need not to consult his supervisor, or he need not to bother his immediate head all the time to search for the tools. Okay, it will save that his time, also his energy, and it will bring efficiency in his work. Yeah. Otherwise the worker will keep wasting his time to search for the tools, and if the supervisor also may not guide him properly, then it will be wasting a lot of resources of the organization. Yeah. So if this is adopted, it will lead to saving of time. There will be no wastage of time in such a manner and material. Okay, it will lead to smooth and systematic working, and it will increase the productivity of the organization, and also it will lead to optimum utilization of all the resources. Yeah. The resources will be well trained and well equipped with whatever skill and information they need to know in relation to their nature of work. Okay, that will be optimum utilization of the resources. But if it is violated, if principle of order is not followed, then that may lead to wastage of time and energy. Okay, the person will keep on searching for the material or for the tools required, and that will be wasting a lot of time and energy. It may also lead to misuse of human and physical resources. That is, the workman who has been employed, if he is not he is efficient enough, or he is very skillful in his work, but if he don't have the necessary tools with which he is going to work, then if those tools are not kept in proper place, then his effort or his skill will be wasted for that day or that duration of the work time. Also, people may not be able to contact the right person at the right time. If somebody wants to urgently meet the, say, the departmental head of a production department, he has to discuss something very, the factory head has to meet the production head, but the factory head has no clue about where the production head is seated or where is his cabin, then he may not be able to he want to meet him in person. So if he cannot locate him, then there will be no contact between them. And if it is something very important or something very important to discuss with him, then it will be wasting the time and the energy. Also, there may be increase the possibility of accidents if workers are not getting the tools that they require for their work, and they started working without the tools. So in that process, there may be some serious accidents also. So there are chances of accident if the principle of order is violated. The next principle, as you see here, is the 11th in our list of principles of management developed by Henry Fayol, and the principle is equity. Now, what do you mean by equity? Equity is from the term equality, or to be kind, fair and just. To be kind, to be fair, and to have justifiable treatment to the employees. We are talking in relation to management, so the equity is in relation to the employees, how the employees must be treated by the employers, or by people who are above them, or by how a superior has to behave with his immediate subordinates. So equity means there should be no discrimination in an organization on account of gender, male, female, religion, language, caste, belief or nationality. There should be no discrimination made between any persons on the basis of all these criterias. Like male employee will be given more weightage over female workers, or somebody is favoring somebody on the basis of their personal likeliness about that other person. So all this partiality and biasness should be avoided in a workplace, because if the employees are given a kind, just and fair treatment, then they will be always motivated to give their maximum efforts, and they will do justice with their job. They will contribute to their maximum capacity to fulfill the organizational goals. They will never be dissatisfied. They will be always happy and satisfied with their work. So equity here does not mean that you can pay equal salary to a peon and to a clerk. That's not equity. But equity will be applicable in the manner the rules of the organization are being applied, be it disciplinary rules or leave rules. So while anyone has committed any negligence in their work, then the same disciplinary action which is taken for a top level official should be adopted in case of a lower level manager also. If it is very serious mistake they have committed, then both the cases should be handled with the same level of disciplinary action against them. There should not be any partiality because a person is at a top position or at a higher position, he can escape from any mistakes, whereas those who are at a lower management, they have to be unjust in unjust way, they will be punished. So that should not be the approach if one has to have equity in the management. Yeah. Also, while assessing the performance, that is in case of giving increments or promotions, the personal likes and dislikes should be kept aside. One should not have any personal angle or personal influence in cases of giving increments and promotions. It has to be given purely on the basis of the person's performance, employee's performance, and his capability. So if this principle is followed, or if it is adopted, it will bring satisfaction in the employees. They will be always motivated, and it will boost up their morale always. And the superior and subordinates, they will have good and healthy relation between them. There will be cordial and healthy relations among the superior and subordinates when there is equity in the management. Whereas if the principle of equity is violated, if it is ignored in the organization, then it will bring dissatisfaction in employees. They may feel dejected. Their morale will be always down. There will be increase in the labor turnover. If they are dissatisfied, they are not happy with their work, or if they are not happy with the space they are given in the organization, they will be feeling like to cut away from the organization. So there will be increase in the labor turnover. It may lead to unhealthy relations between the superior and subordinates. There will be tension between the relation between superior and subordinates always, if the subordinates are not given fair treatment by the superior. And once subordinate is dissatisfied, superior wants performance from him, but he may not be able to perform properly, and the superior will again give a bad treatment to him. And all this will lead to misuse of resources. The efforts of subordinates, the power of superior will all be misused in case when there is no equity.